I don't believe in dating, at least not in the traditional sense. Here's why. What's up guys, it's me Lori, and today I want to talk about this maddening game that we play called dating. The whole concept to me is flawed from start to finish. In today's times, the way dating works, single people basically put themselves out there to catch and hunt and trap the best prey that they can possibly get. And to do so, that basically means they have to dress, act, and generally present themselves in a way that's completely different from the way they usually are. For the guys, it means that he tells a bunch of jokes that he's told 100 times to different women, perfecting which ones to see which ones work and which ones don't. He picks restaurants based on what venue is most likely to impress and seduce his date. The girl, on the other hand, may get her hair done, get her nails done, and put on the best outfit. She's gonna amp up like her edginess, her cuteness, her sportiness, her sexiness, or whatever aspect it is about her personality that she feels is most seductive to men. The whole thing is basically a song and dance routine that has nothing to do with average, normal, day-to-day life. It has nothing to do with actually getting to know a person, and it's completely unnatural. And I think the worst part is all of this sort of plays into a system that naturally will favor people who are more manipulative and who are really good at playing games over people who are genuinely good for you. Like, tell the truth. How many guys or girls have you turned away who might have been great people but got dismissed because they were awkward texters or they were just too available? How many people have you gone on too many dates with just because they were really good at stringing you along with intrigue and strategic communication? I'm human, so when I was single, obviously it was hard to completely avoid playing the game. Like most people, I could generally feel a guy out and sense how he might react if I came on too strong or if I acted a little distant, and I used that knowledge to my advantage. If you play your cards right with anyone who is already mildly attracted to you, you could probably make them fall in love, or vice versa, but it's only temporary and it's all artificial. Meanwhile, there's probably a lot of people out there who would make you extremely happy, but they never got past the gate because they didn't know the rules. For example, a woman might write a guy off because he came on too strong in the first phase of dating. So he might have sent one too many bouquets of flowers, or maybe called one too many times. And a man might write a woman off in that first phase of dating because he thinks she's a slut for sleeping with him too soon. Meanwhile, neither of these things are a true statement to anyone's personality. It's only a failure of a superficial test designed to make us think we know something about someone that really doesn't have anything to do with who they are at the core. And after they filter people out based on this test that actually means nothing, they wonder how they end up married to spouses who are nothing like they thought they would be. I'm not just here to bitch though. There is one way to get to know a person that's a happy medium between an awkward dinner date and just straight to Netflix and chill, and that's just hanging out. There is no better way to get to know a person than to see them in their natural state, like on a typical Friday or Saturday hanging out. And you can learn so much about them from the company that they keep. I'm always surprised to see how different people act around people that they've known for years versus a new guy or a girl that they're trying to get with. There was this guy once, for example, who was trying to kick it, and he invited me to go visit him at work. I was kind of attracted to him but unsure because he was spitting all these corny lines which were A, a turnoff, and B, obviously not gonna last. It wasn't the real him. But seeing him interact with his coworkers and take charge and being obviously the alpha male in that whole situation was so attractive. He'd show me who he really was, first of all, and that person was a confident, no-nonsense type of person, which is exactly the kind of person I'm attracted to. I guess if I had to make a comparison, the difference is like watching an animal at the zoo versus watching an animal in their natural habitat. The natural habitat gives all the context, and people are nothing without context. Now, you might be thinking that you would never bring a new guy or a girl around your friends because it's too much too soon, but is it? First of all, I think that's the total wrong way to approach things. Modern day dating has us so fucked up that we think we're supposed to decide whether a person is a potential boyfriend or girlfriend before we even know anything about them. But the truth is, if you haven't slept with that person yet, you probably don't know enough to consider whether or not that person's good enough for a relationship. So calling a person to hang out with your friends is really only saying, you know what, I think you're cool and possibly cool enough to be my friend. You want to give it a shot? And look, at this stage, if you're already embarrassed to bring this person out in front of your friends, that should set off alarm bells already. Like, why is this person embarrassing to you even as just a friend? Do you really want to potentially start a relationship with a person who makes you feel ashamed? To give you an example, I have a friend who once was interested in this guy and she liked him perfectly fine, but she was embarrassed to be seen with him because he was a lot shorter than her. She felt guilty for feeling that way, so she kept seeing him, but the truth is that relationship was doomed from the start because she just was not feeling it. Of course, your friends might be the reason why you don't want to bring this person around, because maybe they're the type to give you shit for bringing all these people around, and they'll tease you for getting around too much or something. If so, your friends suck. But if you want to keep them around anyway, you should just explain to them ahead of time that you are changing strategies a little bit and you just want to chill with new people instead of just putting yourself on the market for dating. And that gets to the heart of everything that I'm trying to say, which is do not date for the sake of dating. Do not meet people for the sake of dating. When you see someone attractive, it's natural to feel those little tingles and start to wonder if you have a future with that person and what it might be like to be married or with children or something, but you have to resist that temptation because it's crazy. Aside from the fact that it's totally irrational, it also clouds your judgment and tends to make you see what you want to see as opposed to what's really there. It could also make you go out on a lot of painful dates that should have never happened in the first place. I mean, why are you going on 3 whole dinner dates or talking to a person romantically for months at a time if they didn't excite you from the very first time that you guys hung out? My advice to you, if you're single and any of this speaks to you and you don't want to be playing this ridiculous game, is to not be desperate. Take yourself off of the dating market and just live a more social life. Put yourself out there, meet new people, and even if you don't meet your significant other right away, you'll still make a lot of great friends. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's important to do traditional dating, to meet the person, go out to dinners, fit the right game and all that stuff? Do you like being wined and dined? Or do you agree with me and do you think that this whole thing is bullshit? Let me know in the comments below and I will catch you guys next week. Bye!